بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وأصحاب سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم عليه. Worldly gains and glad tidings resulting from the blessings of Durood Sharif. Muhammad bin Sa'id Mutaf, a pious man, says, I used to recite Durood Sharif in a specific quantity daily before going to bed. One night I dreamt that the object of my recitation of Durood Sharif, the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ, entered my room. He approached me, addressed me in loving terms, and offered to kiss my lips. I felt shy and turned my face away. Then the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ kissed my cheek, and it produced such fine and strong perfume that my wife was startled and woke up out of her sleep. The whole house was exuding that perfume, and our house was submerged in perfume, which exuded from my cheek for 8 days. Al-Qawl al-Badi', page 135, Sa'adat al-Darrain, page 123, Jazb al-Qulub, page 265. A man was blessed with the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ's vision in a dream. He inquired from the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ that there was a tradition that if a person would recite Durood Sharif 100 times on Friday, the sins committed by him during the previous 80 years would be pardoned. The Holy Last Messenger ﷺ confirmed that it was true. Nuzhatul Majalis, Volume 2, page 113. A holy man narrated, I went to perform Hajj pilgrimage, and there I saw a man who was reciting Durood Sharif abundantly at every spot, in Haram, in Minna, in Arafah. He was reciting Durood Sharif at every step. At last I asked him why he was reciting Durood Sharif at the cost of other prayers. He replied that he had accompanied his father on Hajj pilgrimage from Khurasan. When they reached Kufa, his father had taken ill and died. He covered his father's face with a sheet of cloth. After some time, he removed that sheet from his father's face and saw that his face had turned into that of a donkey. He was very much surprised and worried and could not ask anyone to help him in the burial. He was sitting heartbrokenly beside his father's corpse. He was overcome with sleep and saw a pious man come, remove the sheet, and examine his father's face. Then the holy man told him that Allah Ta'ala had forgiven his father and showed him his father's face, which was again a human face, shining like the full moon. The man asked the holy vision who he was and why his father's face had undergone such vicious change. The holy vision introduced himself as the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ and explained that the face had been transformed because he was a usurer. But he used to recite Durood Sharif 100 times. In some books it is related as 300 and in other innumerable times, before going to sleep. Now he had invoked the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ's blessing, and the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ had come to help because of his recitation of Durood Sharif. Sa'adatul Darrain, page 125, Nuzhatul Nazirin, page 32, Runiqul Majalis, page 10, Tanbihul Ghafilin, page 161. In Wa'zi Banaziyya, page 24, it is further mentioned that people were coming from all sides in large numbers who related that they had heard a mysterious voice invoking them to attend the funeral of this man if they wanted their sins to be pardoned, and then he was given a grand burial. Sheikh Abdul Wahid Rahmatullah alayh narrated, I went to perform Hajj. A man accompanied me. He would recite Durood Sharif all the time. When I asked him the reason, he told me a strange story. My father and I were returning after performing Hajj. On the way back, my father died and his face turned black. Sleep overcame me and I saw 4 Sudanese men armed with iron clubs ready to beat my father. Suddenly there appeared a holy man wearing green clothes who ordered the Sudanese to step back. Then the holy man removed the shroud and passed his hand over my father's face, which became illuminated. The holy man I saw was actually the Holy Last Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all this happened because my father used to recite Durud Sharif abundantly. Sa'adatul Darrain, page 126. In Zuhratul Riyaz, it is narrated that one day Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam came to the Holy Last Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and retold a strange event. I had a chance to visit Kui Qaf, where I heard wailing and crying. On investigation, I saw an angel whom I had seen in heaven. He lived in honor and glory. 70,000 angels waited on him. With every breath of his, Allah Ta'ala created one more angel. When I inquired, the angel replied that on the night of Ascension, when the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ passed by the throne he was sitting on, he did not show respect to Allah Ta'ala's beloved Messenger ﷺ. Consequently, Allah Ta'ala threw him to this place in disgrace. Now he requested me to recommend his case. I appealed to Allah Ta'ala, who said that the fallen angel will have to recite Durud Sharif on his Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On hearing this verdict, that angel got busy in reciting Durud Sharif. Gradually and quickly his wings and feathers developed, and he soared into the skies and resumed his throne. Mi'raj al-Nabuwa, Volume 1, page 137. One of the wonders that the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ witnessed on the night of Mi'raj ascension was an angel with burnt wings. Hazrat Jibreel ﷺ told him that Allah Ta'ala had sent that angel to destroy a city. When he reached the city, he felt pity for an infant which was living there, so he returned without fulfilling the mission assigned to him. Allah Ta'ala had given him the punishment. The Holy Last Messenger ﷺ asked Hazrat Jibreel ﷺ whether the angel's penitence could be accepted. Hazrat Jibreel ﷺ informed him that according to the Holy Quran, Allah Ta'ala would pardon anyone offering penitence. Hearing Hazrat Jibreel ﷺ's reply, Rasul Akram ﷺ invoked Allah Ta'ala's mercy to accept the angel's penitence. Allah Ta'ala conditioned his forgiveness with reciting Durud Sharif 10 times over. Allah Ta'ala granted the angel feathers and wings, and he soared upward, and there rose a glorious noise among the angels that Allah Ta'ala had accepted the penitence of an angel. Runiqul Majalis, page 11. Tawakkal Shah Rahmatullah Alayh narrated, "It was my routine to recite Durud Sharif 200 times before returning to bed. One night I missed this routine. While performing ablution, I saw angels praising the Holy Last Messenger ﷺ in melodious tones. And during this praise, they also said that those who perform ablution should recite Durud Sharif 200 times and never miss it." Zikri Khair, page 196. Abdul Hassan Baghdadi rahmatullah alayh saw Ibn Hamid rahmatullah alayh in a stupor after his death and asked him what had happened to him in the hereafter. He replied that Allah Ta'ala had shown beneficence to him and had been kind to him. Abdul Hassan asked him to point out any action which could earn him paradise. Ibn Hamid advised him to offer 1,000 nafil raka'ats and recite Surah Ikhlas 1,000 times in every raka'at. When Abdul Hassan said that he did not have the stamina for that, Ibn Hamid advised him to recite Durud Sharif 1,000 times every night. Al-Qawlul Badi', page 117. Sheikh Ahmed bin Thabit Maghrabi rahmatullah alayh observed, "One of the blessings of Durud Sharif that I have experienced is that a friend of mine passed and I saw him in my dream. He told me that he had been blessed with Allah Ta'ala's compassion and grace. I asked him about my own affairs and he informed me that my name had been included among the Siddiq. I asked him what was this due to, and he told me because of my having written a book on Durud Sharif." Sa'adatul Darrain. Sheikh Ahmed bin Thabit Maghrabi rahmatullah alayh further observed, there were two policemen who both died. In a dream they told me that they were happy in the hereafter, as they had died by the plague. Allah Ta'ala had pardoned them. I asked them to tell me about my affairs, and they replied that I was among the Siddiqs. They also told me that there was every blessing of Allah for me because I had written a book on Durood Sharif. I asked about a deceased friend too, and they told me that he was alright, and then I woke up. May Allah Ta'ala grant us the ability to recite Durood Sharif abundantly. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Sa'adatul Darrain, page 113. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad wa ashabi Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad wa barik wa sallam alayh.